All right, good Lord, I'm out of practice about this. Unboxing video, cat's cradle, forge, my buddy Matt. Matt, what up? Let's have some delicious coffee and open up a box. Matt, as you know, Cat's Cradle of Death makes all my custom knives. All my knives are made custom. Actually, I wasn't gonna film myself. Am I using the right tool? I wasn't gonna film myself doing this, but then I thought you can't really have a reaction video if you don't see someone's face. Got to see the face. I was just off work for a month, hurt my back, getting old. I've got back injuries, probably from martial arts, probably from skiing, probably from like just 1,000,001 different jobs that involve heavy lifting. All right. Oh, I'm probably gonna need that scissors. I did a video about Matt's file knife that I use in the kitchen, and he made Dawn one. I was a little jealous of hers. Alright, that's good enough. Professionally packaged, very well taped together. Just the top. The top. Bum bum bum. Is that some sort of hook there? What could it be? What could it be? How am I going to... I'll just throw stuff on the ground. Oh, it is a horseshoe hanger. That's dope. That's super dope. So this has some rotate to it, and that's where the nails go through. Matt, that's cool. Yeah, funky little stuff like this, man. I love it. There's like that creativity, the oh, this is what I needed to begin with. I saw a photo of this, a box knife. Let's actually have more coffee. I just woke up. I slept on my face. I'm normally much more attractive. Oh. Ooh. Look at that. Antler. You know, one thing I notice, people who like knives, they immediately put their finger, like over and over again. Someone's like, "Hey, can I see your knife?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't touch the blade. It's crazy sharp." And then the first thing they do is cut themselves wide open. I once had a coworker cut himself so wide open with one of my knives, he had to go have a tendon repaired and stitches, of course. And guess what happened like a month later? I got a different knife, and he's like, "Hey, let me see that." I said no, and he's like, "Let me see that." He was like my boss. And I'm like, no. It's what a douche that guy was, man. Not only like, once you cut yourself wide open with a knife, man, it doesn't mean you stop touching knives, but once you cut yourself wide open and cut a tendon on your hand from someone's knife, you don't demand that guy hand you the next knife he gets. I guess he's just trying to pretend like he's not a total idiot. Ah, oh, ho, ho. Look at that beefy handle. I love, I mean, that's the thing with like mass-produced knives and stuff like that. Like, no company is going to make a gigantic handle like that. I mean, I suppose that's not entirely true, but I'd say it's mostly true. Actually, I almost brought one of my good market knives out to do the unboxing. So I think that would have been an excellent way to compare. Like, so I have like a really excellent the Bear Grylls Gerber knife. It's an excellent knife, but it's made to fit well in a package. It's made to be a certain size, certain weight, stuff like that. Oh! Can you see that? The serrations? How do you do that? Look how thick this is. Oh, this has the it still has the teeth in the side. Oh my god. Knife-gasm. I'm knife-gasming. I need new glasses too. You know, I get glasses with my insurance, and I hate going to the place to get glasses so much that like I was supposed to get them like 6 months ago, and I still haven't gone. Oh boy, look how beefy! Look how beefy that is. See, that's the other thing I like the full metal tang. You know, we get like those knives that like you're really, really happy with it, and then like the plastic handle breaks, and there's like a thin little pin that runs down. You can almost hear the anger in my voice about it, as if like I'm personally offended that people make knives like that. Like, oh well, for instance, like this is like that. That does have a pin, but like this is a very specific tool. That makes a ton of sense for that to be that way. Like, but if you're gonna like use this knife on something, why wouldn't you want it to be as strong as possible? I suppose once again we come down to weight. You know, like how much steel does traditional manufacturing use? Less steel means more money, more profits. Sexy. All right, like I said, I don't know how many knives are in here. I'm going on weight that there's more. I think this is it. All right, I think that's it. Let me have some more coffee. God, I'm hating it. I took off a month off work, and then I went back to work. And if you don't deal with the public, if like my job is dealing with the public, a huge amount of the public, and every time I get a break from it, and I go back, I'm like, I just keep saying, I say to myself, this can't be real. This can't be how people behave. Like, this can't be the way people talk. This can't be the way that people organize their lives. You know, I once had a person that asked me to tell them what was going on with something they could see. And I almost found that comforting, because that's kind of what I feel like the public is experiencing on a regular basis. They don't know what they're seeing. They don't know what they're seeing, and they don't know what they're saying. It's just, I repeated back, I had this really bizarre conversation with someone, and it was kind of getting out of hand, and they started like accusing me of stuff, and I repeated our whole conversation from the start to the finish, so that they could rehear what I had been saying the entire time. And they kind of paused for a second because it sounded familiar, and they said, "How do you remember all that?" Like, they had already like forgotten vast majority of our conversation. They're like, you're trying not to help me, you're trying to give me the wrong information. And I'm like, well, let's just start from the beginning. Well, the first thing I said, working up till now, I've been trying nothing but trying to help you. Anyway, so I called off today as well. I'm not going to work today. Mental health day. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I feel like I need to break the 40 out. That reminds me of, like, I was at 40 Ounce Fear that did a video of him starting his day, and he was brushing his teeth with, he was either brushing his teeth with malt liquor or whiskey, I can't remember what. Oh, Jesus. I totally had a non-brain working moment. I guess I'll tell you what my brain was doing. My brain was telling me, like, wait a minute, I've seen this before. See, that knife, the horseshoe is a surprise. That cool file knife, cleaver, is a surprise. I saw that being made, the video, and I've seen, look at this. And I've seen this, but not in person. But my brain said, oh, wait a minute, haven't you seen this before? So savage. This is so apocalyptic. Look at that. Like, this really, like, it's intentionally barbaric, right? You know, it's not made to look all shiny and perfect and immaculate. Look at that. I touched it a little bit. But yeah, it's down to the finest of fine points. Okay, it's just a point. This part isn't a blade. This has the bevel in it that I like, and the last one for pushing down into chickens. This is the ultimate. If in the Middle Earth War against the chickens, when the elves made the dwarves special tools to fight against the chickens, this would be the chicken cleaver. It's like the chickrest. The chickrest. He even kind of looks like a little chicken there. Matt, this is awesome. All this is awesome. God, this is so surprising. I've never seen anything like this. Like, the whole idea that this was like a repurposed piece of metal that was like, that's incorporated into its design, its look. Can you imagine? It even has like, so like, I don't know what you call that on the back, that kind of the gripping. I think I know the word, but I don't want to risk saying something ridiculous. But this has it all naturally as part of the blade. But see, then it he smooths it down here. So, you know, once again, intentionally raw. I wonder how these are going to look. I don't spend an inordinate amount of time cleaning anything I own. And so a lot of my stuff, and a lot of the knives Matt has given me, they look like I use them all the time. And so it'll be interesting to see how this kind of like weathers. It weathers me. It looks like it's tough as nails. It looks like there's nothing I could do that would really change it much. That's cool. I feel like this needs some kind of stand, something that you could slide it in, but not put any pressure on the edge. have to think about that. See, I actually, probably the perfect thing to do is have like a magnet strip and then put it against a magnet strip, so you don't have to worry about dulling it and anything. That's so cool. I feel like this should be holding. I've got lanterns. I feel like this should hold a lantern. I've got like those old school wick lanterns. I had to empty it out because like I could smell the. Not only I didn't want to have the fuel in there, but I could smell kerosene. Like if there's kerosene in the house at all, I could smell it. And then so I put the lanterns in the man shed, and then the man shed smelled like kerosene, so I had to empty them all out. Cat's Cradle Forge, thank you very, very much. Hopefully I didn't say Workshop of Death too many times. Oh my God, it's a fairly good day out. I sometimes wake up and then I stay inside. If I'm not gonna leave the house, so to speak, I don't go in my own backyard. So I put a little gazebo out here. That cool little barrel tent. It's like a hoop tent. It rolls up in a hoop and you throw it and it pops out and becomes a tent. It's pretty nice. I like it. All right, thanks for the nice. I'm gonna geek out. I'm on a little bit more. But I won't do it on camera. All right. Mwah.